So a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players say that there are too many special summons in the game right now, and that Konami should maybe make some sort of a rule to limit the amount of special summons that a player can do in one turn. Well, little did you know, Konami actually did try that. Today, we're going to be playing beta format. Beta format was actually introduced at YCS Chicago in April 2015, and duelists dueling under this format are restricted to a maximum of 3 summons per turn. 1 summon from each of the following options: 1 normal summoner set, 1 summon from the extra deck, that's Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, and Link monsters I guess, and a special summon from any other place such as the hand, the deck, the graveyard, spell and trap zones. And to make it fun, we have prepared 3 different decks each to get a better idea of like how this format balances some of the more modern Yu-Gi-Oh decks. Some decks will probably be nerfed by it, some might. I don't think any decks will be like buffed by it, but you know, it'll be fun to just see how it works. All right, so this is beta format.
That's right, beta males only.
Yeah, so you get 1 normal summon.
Were you in the beta club when you were in school?
I was. There was a thing called beta club.
So you were a beta male.
I was a beta male.
Wow.
9.
And there you go with these averagely high rolls. And here I'm about to roll
I'm
gonna roll a 2,
and a
6. Okay, just a very average roll.
1 normal, 1 special, 1 extra deck special.
Yep.
And also, I think the rule is to, even if you get an additional normal summon, you still can't use it, right?
Yeah, which I don't care for.
Yeah,
but
that's
it
like
is
a
what
weird
it is.
rule.
Screw the rules. I've got money. Or at least I would, but I have all
But you
this
can do
shiny
special
cardboard.
summons that like do multiple summons as long as it's all like
at the
within
same
one.
time.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna assume that this will work then. I'll activate Exosister Martha. So I reveal her and I get to summon her and the companion from the deck. I'll overlay these two. For my Exosister, Michaelis. I'll activate Michaelis' effect, detach material from it, and add an Exosister spell or trap from my deck to my hand. I'll get Exosister Packs. I'm gonna go ahead and activate Exosister Packs by paying 800 life points to add an Exosister monster from my deck to my hand. It'll be Exosister Sophia, and because I haven't normal summoned,
You have not.
I'll normal summon Sophia and activate her effect. Because I control another Exosister monster, I can draw a card. And then if I had Irene, I'd gain 800 life points.
But you don't.
I don't. Then we'll just use my Pot of Prosperity to banish 3 or 6 cards.
How many copies of that you got in that deck?
Just 1. I checked. I didn't cheat today. I'm just gonna banish 3 and look at the top 3. Sakutama, Exosister Returnia, and Infant Impermanence. I'll get Exosister Returnia. All right, I'll set 2 cards face down, and I'll pass my turn.
Draw for turn. I activate Harpy's Feather Duster.
Ooh, that hurts. My Returnia and my Infinite Impermanence.
Yeah, sweep that away. I'm going to activate the effect of my LZ, pitching a spell to special summon her, and then add a White Forest monster from deck to hand. We'll get Sylvie of the White Forest. I'm going to normal summon my Sylvie of the White Forest, and I'll activate her effect on normal or special. I can add a White Forest spell or trap from deck to hand. We'll get a Woes of the White Forest. Then I'll activate my Witch of the White Forest field spell. On activation, I can add a White Forest monster from deck to hand, but then it locks me out of darks for this turn. Estella of the White Forest. All right, let's do a synchro summon.
All right, get that
4
1
and 2.
extra deck.
There'll be Silvera, Wolf Tamer of the White Forest. On special summon, I can change all face-up monsters you control face down. And now, all my Spellcast and Illusion Synchros gain 500 attack and deal double piercing.
Yeah.
Silvera's attacking right here. We'll set 3
defense.
and
Okay.
pass.
I'll flip summon my Exosister Sophia. Normal summon Exosister Stella. So during my main phase, she does have an effect to let me special summon an Exosister monster from my hand. And then if I have an Ellis, I'll gain 800, but I'm not using that just yet.
I'll respond to the summon with my Woes of the White Forest.
Okay.
So I special summon a White Forest monster from hand or deck, then I immediately synchro summon Elzet as Amina of the White Forest, and then we synchro. Diabelle, the Queen of the White Forest.
Yeah.
And that'll start a chain because Elzet was used for a synchro summon, and she has her summon, her effect on summon. She'll target a spell or trap to add to my hand. I guess she'll go ahead and target the Woes of the White Forest. Elzet can search for a Sinful Spoils. I'll do 1 and 2. Queen Azamina, because she's always treated as a Sinful Spoils card. And I'll add my Woes to hand.
All right, in a new chain, I'll activate the effect of Exosister Stella. Since you moved a card from the graveyard, I can use its effect to summon an Exosister Xyz monster. This is gonna be my special summon for the turn, so. It's gonna be Exosister Michaelis though. She's kind of the only one worth doing when you can only make 1. And I'll activate Exosister Sophia's effect to draw 1 card because I control another Exosister. Activate Exosister Michaelis' effect. I will target and banish
My Queen.
your queen. And I'm gonna go ahead and use Michaelis' effect as well, detach to add an Exosister spell or trap.
And I'll go ahead and chain my Wanted Seeker to Simple Spoils. We're gonna add a Diabell Star to my hand.
Well, I'm getting Exosister Returnia. 100 with Sophia, 25 with Michaelis. We'll set 2 more cards face down and pass.
Draw for turn. I'm going to normal summon a Stellar of the White Forest, activate a Stellar's effect. I gotta pay the cost, pitching a spell or trap. We'll summon the Sylvie of the White Forest. On normal or special summon, I can add a White Forest spell or trap to hand.
And does Woes activate too? Because
Oh
it's
yeah,
set
sure.
for-
Yeah, it'll set itself. We'll get the tails and we'll set the woe. I'm gonna activate my Hollowed Azamina Engrave, shuffling back in my LZ to add it to hand.
I'll activate Sophia's effect in a new chain since you moved a card from the grave.
I did move a card from the grave.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll just get my last Michaelis. Don't really like doing that, but
I'll activate the Hallowed Azamina. So I have to reveal 1, and for every 4 levels it has, I have to send that many Sinful Spoils. Reveal Sylvia. So we'll send the Queen Azamina. Azamina Ilia Sylvia hits the board. Pass.
in phase then. I'll use Exosister Michaelis' effect to banish a card. It'll be Illa Sylvia.
You respond with Ilia's effect to tribute and negate.
Yes, I can finally make my Magnifica.
That is so lame. During the standby phase, I'm activating my Sylvie's effect, the special summon, by shuffling in one of my synchros. And then she was normal, actually her effect's
Her
negated.
effect's negated, I think.
So she just sits there now.
I'll use Michaelis' effect, detach. This thing's already overheating. I'll search Exosister Carpe Divum. You can't target Exosister monsters. I'm just gonna play it first of all. To continue a spell, neither player can target Exosister monsters I control with the effects of monsters that were summoned from the graveyard, which is unlikely to really come up. If I summon an Exosister monster, I can declare 1 card name, negate the activated effects and effects on the field of cards with that original name until the end of this turn. And finally, if I attack an Exosister monster, I can just target a spell or trap you control and destroy it.
Got it.
We're gonna overlay my 2 Michaelis to finally summon Exosister with an S, Magnifica. She's got 2800 attack. She can attack twice during each battle phase. Exosister's Magnifica is going to attack for 28 on a Stellar.
You know why that sucks, Paul? This is game.
I mean, is it?
My field spell says the first time my White Forest monsters would be destroyed by battle, they're not.
Oh, what? Oh, that's wild.
I'm so upset.
Oh,
I'm so upset.
okay. Bam, bam.
Well, that's that. Do I get to choose who goes first, or do we roll again?
What do you, I mean, I don't really.
Okay, I'll go first. Start the game off by activating Future Silence.
Oh, it's this nasty ass
Then I
deck.
add a monster that mentions Shining Sarcophagus to my hand. We'll get the Gadget Trio.
Well, sorry to ran in your parade, but I'll now activate Droll and Lockbird.
Ah!
Because you because you added a card from your deck to your hand, for the rest of the turn, you cannot add any more cards from your deck to your hand.
Pass.
Draw, Duelist. All right, normal summon, Rescue Ace Hydrant. And because I summoned an Exosister, a Rescue Ace monster, I can activate Rescue Ace Fire Attacker to special summon it from my hand. Now that I have another Rescue Ace monster in the field, this cannot be targeted by card effects or for attacks. Anyways, I'm gonna use Hydrant's effect. Once per turn, I can add a Rescue Ace monster from my deck to my hand. So I'll use that effect, and we'll get Rescue Ace Airlifter. 2200 with Fire Attacker.
Gotta take it.
And I'll set 2 cards face down and pass my turn.
Normal summon Gadget Trio.
Ash, no.
And activate its effect to add a Shining Sarcophagus from deck to hand. Next, I will activate my Shining Sarc. Then we will use the Shining Sarcophagus effect to add a card that mentions Shining Sarcophagus from deck to hand. We'll add Future Silence.
All right, in a new chain, I'm going to activate Rescue Ace Fire Attacker's effect. Since you added a card from your deck to your hand, except by drawing it, I can draw 2 cards, then discard 1 card.
I will respond with Turn Silence. So I can target a face-up monster I control, increasing level by 3, and if I chain this to a monster's effect, I can negate that monster's effect.
Yeah, okay.
Let's activate Triple Tactics Talent. I want to
Since I did activate a monster effect during
take
the main
control of
phase.
your Rescue Ace Fire Attacker.
It is yours.
Ties that bind.
Ooh, that one hurt. That's a lot of, yeah, it's both summons in one.
Yep, 2 summons in 1, 2 level 4 or lower monsters.
Ooh, okay. I'll chain Emergency. So I can special summon a Rescue Ace monster from my deck in defense position, then I have to tribute a Rescue Ace monster from my hand or field. I'll summon Rescue Ace Turbulence, and then I have to tribute 1 from my hand.
And now I resolve ties. We'll get Silent Magician 0 and Silent Swordsman 0. And so for the rest of the turn, I cannot summon anything from my extra deck. Didn't
Yeah.
even bother bringing one. All right, let's enter the battle phase. Oh wait, I can't target.
Yeah,
your
you can't
Hydrant.
attack Rescue Ace Hydrant while I have another Rescue Ace monster.
Interesting. Well,
Specifically, while I have one other than Rescue Ace
we're in
Hydrant.
the battle phase, so I'll go ahead and activate Future Silence. I can add one monster that mentions a Shining Sarcophagus from deck to hand. We'll get the Dark Magician, the Magician of Black Magic. And then, because it's the battle phase, we'll both draw until we have 6 cards in our hands.
All right, I have 1 currently. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
And I drew 3. Silent Magician, when you draw a card, for every card you draw, she gains a level. And she's gaining 500 attack for each one of those levels. Silent Magician 0 will attack your Turbulence. And now Hydrant is there, alone and scared. We're gonna have your Rescue Ace Fire Attacker attack Hydrant. 0 attacks for 1,000, and Trio attacks for 1,300.
Puts me down to 35 to your 58.
Main phase 2, I'll set 1 card face down, and I'll end my turn.
All right, hand over the Fire Attacker.
He did his job. You drew a card, which means she gains another level.
Yeah, and then I'll go right to my standby phase.
In your standby phase, he gains a level.
All right, I'll activate Rescue. I target a Rescue Ace monster in my graveyard, or if I control Hydrant, I can target a monster in your graveyard, but I don't. And special summon it. We are targeting Rescue Ace Turbulence, and we'll special summon it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and activate my Magician's effect to negate it, and then she'll gain a level.
She's level 7, and my Rescue's negated. I actually don't know what my targets for this are, but I'm going to activate Triple Tactics Thrust.
I'm gonna use my handy dandy Ash Blossom.
Let's try the next plan. Pot of Prosperity.
How many spells did you have?
Well, you let me draw like 5
Oh,
cards,
that's true,
so.
that's true.
Banish 6, Excavate 6. Hydrant, Fire Engine, Reinforce. Yes, Triple Tactics Talent, Impulse, and Alert. Triple Tactics Talent, because I need that. Normal Summon Rescue Ace Airlifter. I'll activate its effect to add a Rescue Ace spell from my deck to my hand. Time to start grinding with Rescue Ace HQ. So while you control a monster, all my Rescue Ace monsters will gain 500 attack and defense. During my main phase, I can normal summon 1 Rescue Ace monster in addition to my regular normal summon, but I can't do that because of the rules. Once per turn, you can target 4 Rescue Ace cards that are banished during the graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and draw 1 card. That, I think, is the effect I'm going to be activating, because I believe I have 4. Yeah, I will use Rescue Ace HQ's effect. It'll be Rescue, Turbulence, Hydrant, and second Turbulence. They'll all be shuffled in. Oh wait, can't draw, I use Prosperity this turn. Triple Tactics Talent. We're gonna take control of a monster. I bet you can't guess who.
Who?
Give her over.
I can negate your target.
This doesn't target, it just takes it.
Oh, lame. Okay,
Broken
whatever.
card. Attack with Silent Magician 0 on Silent Swordsman 0.
My 0 is battling, so I'll activate future turn silence. Banish it to end the battle phase.
I'll activate Silent Magician 0's effect.
It's already been used.
You can only use it once per turn, and I can also use it once per turn.
What?
Yes. That's how all those cards that say you can only activate this effect once.
No way!
So I can also negate a spell card.
No!
I will negate. Now, can it negate spells or effects? Or yeah, okay, it can negate spells.
Negated my
I lied,
turn
can't do
silence.
that. I don't control Shining Sarcophagus, so I can't do that.
Yay,
You
the
lucked
one
out.
time that stupid clause works for me.
You lucked out, duelist. You lucked out. So the battle phase is over. Okay, main phase 2. Link Summon, Nightmare Phoenix. Nightmare Phoenix effect will pitch Infernoble Arms Durandal, and we'll target your face down card.
Hit my Dark Magic Mirror Force.
Set 1. I'm going to activate the effect of Rescue Ace Preventer to special summon itself from my hand by banishing Turbulence. So while I control another Rescue Ace monster, I can quick effect Book of Moon. Your move.
Draw for turn. Standby phase. Level up. Main phase. Let's activate the effect of my Shining Sarcophagus. We're gonna add a card that mentions, well, Shining Sarcophagus. Future Silence. I'm going to tribute my Gadget Trio to summon Dark Magician Girl, the Magician's Apprentice. Now, when she's normal summoned, her name doesn't actually count as Dark Magician Girl. It's only when she uses their effect to special summon herself. But she does get her effect to search for a Shining Sarcophagus on normal or special. So she's getting 300 for each monster in my grave that mentions Shining Sarcophagus. I have 2, so she's gaining 600. You know what? Let's special summon Gandora G, the Dragon of Destruction, since I have Shining Sarcophagus and a monster that mentions Shining Sarcophagus. Gandora G gains 300 attack for each banished card.
Which right now I've got 7.
And I've got 1.
So it's 24. On summon, I'm activating Rescue Ace Preventer's effect, and I'm going to target Gandora G.
I'm sorry, G. It be like that for real.
Pleasantly surprised that went through. Nothing.
Oh wait, that's right. I can negate that. I use my effect to negate it. You know, I was planning on just trying to like swing through, but I forgot I could actually negate that. So I guess I'll just use Gandora G's effect.
So
I'll pay half my life points, and then he will then destroy as many cards on the field as possible, and if I do, I'll banish them.
I'm going to activate my trap card Contain. I will contain him. If I control a Rescue Ace monster, I can target an effect monster monster that you control. In this turn, it cannot attack and its effects are negated.
Oh.
If I had a hydrant, it also could not be used as like extra deck material, but
So yeah,
that's
that'll
not
stop
super
my
relevant.
effects. I just paid for nothing. We'll have the Dark Magician Girl attack your Nightmare Phoenix. Set one card, pass.
I'll draw. Standby phase.
He'll level up again.
Main phase. Switch Preventer to attack position. We'll activate Rescue Ace HQ. Target 4 of my cards in the grave or banished. Turbulence, Hydrant, Lifter, and Rescue. These will get shuffled into my deck and I'll draw one card. I'll draw one. Convenient one. Reinforcement of the Army. I'm gonna get Rescue Ace Impulse. We'll normal summon Rescue Ace Impulse. I'm gonna activate its effect. I can choose, not target, fun how these cards are written, the one effect monster your opponent controls with the highest attack, and neither player can activate that monster's effects on the field this turn. So Silent Swordsman 0 cannot activate its effects this turn. I'll activate Rescue Ace Preventer's effect and target Silent Swordsman 0 to flip him face down. Then we'll Link Summon for Doolittle Chimera. And now I'll activate Rescue Ace Preventer's effect because it was sent to the graveyard. I can target a banished Rescue Ace monster and special summon it to the field. So I'll target Rescue Ace Turbulence. And that'll be all my summons for the turn. Say hello to Rescue Ace Turbulence. Let's activate the effect of Rescue Ace Turbulence. I can set up to 4 Rescue Ace quick play spells or normal traps with different names directly from my deck.
And I'll chain my more Marshmallow.
Oh!
I can special summon him to the field.
My least favorite card.
He's a fun guy. Not a fun guy.
I have to attack him. Oh, what's his effect?
So more Marshmallow, you have to attack it. It cannot be destroyed by card effects. And if it is destroyed, I can special summon another more Marshmallow from my, I think, hand deck or graveyard. Oh, I misspoke. He can't be destroyed by battle. And if he's destroyed by card effect, he can special summon a more Marshmallow from my hand deck or graveyard. Or banishment.
All right, well, the cards I'm setting, Emergency, Alert, Rescue,
Makes sense to me.
and Extinguish.
Go for it.
Back to you, Duelist.
Draw for turn. I'll flip summon my Silent Swordsman 0. Then we'll activate the Shining Sarcophagus to get a search. Let's get the Archfiend's Advent.
All right, in a new chain, I'll activate Rescue Ace Fire Attacker. Since you added a card, I'll activate its effect to draw 2 and discard 1.
Yes.
Draw 2, discard, reinforce.
I'll go ahead and pay half my life points for Gandora G's effect.
I'll chain my Alert. I can add a Rescue Ace monster from my grave to my hand. And I'll also Impulse, I guess. And now everything's destroyed.
And banished. Gandora now summons a level 7 or lower monster. It'll be my Silent Magician 0. Her level gets increased by the number of cards destroyed by this effect. 5 cards. How many?
And I have 8 cards were banished.
8 plus 5 is 13.
Was she against 13 levels?
Yes.
Ooh, God.
She is.
Oh, just kill me already.
She is everything. But first, more Marshmallow. Gets to summon a Marshmallow. Wait a minute. I can't do that because I just summoned her from my deck. It's fine. We have enough attack because Gandora's getting 300 for each banished
everything.
card.
So he's more than strong enough to.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
in
and I've got
total.
like a total of. It's not enough.
Infinite attack. Time for a deck that I'm really not sure can work in this format.
Same, yeah. This one's like a.
It's my favorite, but I just don't think this format.
This one's a
works.
real head scratcher.
Since you lost, you can go first.
Okay.
Unless you don't want to go first.
And I suppose I'll take it. Let's start by activating our Pot of Prosperity. Let's banish a few cards. 1.
That's Paul's card. You see that never.
Yeah, I've been seeing this. This is one card that will show up. All right, 6 cards banished. Let's dig 6 deep. Lightning Storm, Generator, Boss Stage,
Solid card.
Vala,
Annoying
Har,
card.
another
Oh,
Vala, and Mardell.
Oh, there you go.
Generator Boss.
Get the
of
lightning storm. That's the one.
Yeah, that'll come in handy.
Get that. I got you. Don't worry.
So one problem is I don't think I can summon another. Wait, I'm trying to read her. Oh my God, I can't even like use. I can never use her effect. She'll never in this rule set. I can never use her effect to summon another monster because she'll have already been summoned.
Yep.
Well, I'm just gonna get her just cause like she might help out. It's not like any of these other cards are useful. Generator Boss Stage, my field spell that's gonna be a little harder to use in this.
But not impossible.
As you know, if a card gets added from the main deck to your hand, I get to special summon a generator from my deck. And if I summon a generator during your turn, I can just summon a bunch of tokens in attack position.
Is that gonna mess up my count?
No. I mean, you're not the one summoning them. They all get summoned to my field, so you don't have to really worry about it.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I just won't be able to ever use both effects
Yeah, you
because
can
it'll be
never
2
use
summons.
both.
I really shouldn't have brought this deck for this one. Normal summon Diviner of the Herald.
It's dinner.
She'll send Trias Hierarchia. You remove Duelist.
Oh, okay.
Like, I can't use Trias's effect.
draw.
Well, I mean, I can, but like she won't be able to use her effect
Yeah,
after.
not so
and
many
it's-
great results.
So it's. I really don't even know why I did that. It probably wasn't.
Someone had to do it, and I'm glad it was you. Standby
Get
phase.
some shit in my extra deck instead.
Pain phase.
Oh yeah, so since you drew, I get to summon a generator from my deck in defense
You
position.
don't gotta do that. You don't want to do that because that's gonna use up your summon. You don't want to do that.
This is my summon from deck.
You don't want that, Chief.
It's kind of annoying because getting Lopter is normally the good thing, but like he won't be able to use his effect. So Mardell, the generator boss of light.
There she is.
When she's summoned, I can use her effect to add a generator monster or generator card, I think. Generator card or a plant monster from deck to hand. I'll snag me a Lopter, I think.
Activate terraforming.
I'll ash it.
We're gonna normal summon Redbeard, the Plunder Patrol matey.
Oh, Plunder Patrol. Okay, fun.
Gotta love my plunders. So I do, in fact, control a Plunder Patrol, so I can special summon my Bluebeard from my hand. We're gonna link them off. Blackbeard, the Plunder Patrol Captain. Yay.
Arrgh.
So I can use Redbeard's effect. I got sent from field to grave. I can target one of my guys and equip him. So we'll go ahead and equip Redbeard to Blackbeard. Bluebeard would let me discard a card, then draw. Sure.
That could be worth it.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and discard this trap and draw a card. We're gonna set one card face down, and we're gonna look at our stats. We're going to battle.
Battle
Blackbeard
entered.
attacks dinner. I can't do any more summons, so we're going to end phase.
Draw for turn. Okay.
During your
Standby phase.
standby phase, I'm gonna activate Booty! Booty, I can declare an attribute, then target a monster you control. It becomes that attribute until the end of the turn. And then I can take one Plunder Patrol monster from my graveyard and either shuffle into the deck or special summon it.
Are you using that right now?
Yes, we're going to go ahead and use it right now. I'm looking at what you already have access to, which is just fire and light, which is actually pretty good attributes.
Yeah, those are some of your best extra
Yeah,
deck
like right
guys.
then and there, honestly. Let's target Mardell and turn her Earth.
Okay.
And then
I think she'd appreciate that. She's a plant.
we'll special summon Bluebeard. And now we'll use the effect of Blackbeard, still in your standby phase.
Okay.
Blackbeard's gonna target my Bluebeard and special summon a Plunder Patrol according to the attributes on your field and in your graveyard. And then he'll equip that Plunder Patrol with my Bluebeard. And then I'll draw a card. So we're gonna get Brawn, since you have that Ash Blossom in graveyard. And we'll equip Brawn with Bluebeard, the Plunder Patrol Shipwright, and draw a card.
All right, I'm going to, because you added a card, activate my generator boss stage. Since a card was added from your main deck to your hand, except during the damage step, I can special summon a generator monster from my deck in defense position.
I'm gonna activate the effect of my Brawn in response. Quick effect, I can target to banish your field spell. So we'll pitch a Plunder
Oh, this
Patrol.
sleeve needs replacing.
What happens? It
It's
split?
just a little split. Not much, it's not really.
Judge!
Yeah, I'm cheating. Escort me out of the room.
And because he was successfully use that effect, I can add a Plunder Patrol, I think, spell to hand? No, it gets a monster. Whitebeard, the Plunder Patrol Helm.
We'll switch Mardell to attack, and we're going to normal summon Lopter. Activate Lopter's effect. I'm going to tribute him to special summon a generator monster from my deck. We'll get Har. Har attacks Patrol Ship Brand.
I'll take
3,000.
500.
Mardell attack. Main phase 2. Another boss stage because it was dead in my hand. I could do an extra deck summon. It might even be worthwhile. We'll do it. Levitine, the generator boss of shadows.
It's Lavidan.
All your monsters lose 1,000 attack and defense. And it's got a quick effect where I contribute it to summon a non-fairy generator Xyz and attach some cards to it. Your move, duelist.
Draw for turn. Draw
Since
a
you
card.
drew a card, I guess I'll use my generator boss stage to probably do that, huh? I can summon one from my deck in defense. I'll just get a Lopter. My Lopter will be giving my monsters, only during your turn, 1,000 attack and defense. The Lavidan's 35, and
Which
it's
I do respect.
debuffing all of your monsters by 1,000 as well.
We're gonna go ahead and use Black Eyes in hand. So I can target a Plunder Patrol in my graveyard, add it to hand, and special summon Black Eyes. It's going to target Redbeard. Next, we will normal summon Whitebeard. Actually, we'll do Redbeard. Let's overlay into my Plunder Patrol ship, Mork. So
Mork,
Mork isn't equipped, so this effect isn't a quick effect, but I can discard a Plunder Patrol card, and I think he banishes an effect monster.
Oh, okay, then you can add a spell or trap.
Yeah.
Oh god. I'll activate Levitin's effect. I have to tribute it. I will have to summon a non-fairy Xyz and attach any number of cards from it, or attach cards from either field or the grave to that monster up to the number of materials this thing had. So I'm gonna get to attach two. To my Jormungandr!
Jormungand.
We're taking Moark. He is mine. And we'll also take this too.
The booty. He took the booty.
Yeah, I took the booty.
I'm gonna set one face down, and I'm going to pass there.
I'll help you out actually at the end of your main phase. You might like this.
I doubt it.
Quick effect, detach one material from this card. We each draw one card, and then we each attach a card from our hand or field to him.
Okay, I don't see why I'd like that at all.
Well, you get one additional possibility, you know?
You may have my white beard.
I'll be attaching Vala, my draw. Standby phase.
We'll activate Plunder Patrol Booty.
Yeah.
And activate this effect. We're going to target Jormungandr and change its attributes.
I'm playing generator, so at this point I probably have everything.
You kind of do.
In the
We'll
grave.
make it, oh no, you have
Water,
a dark.
maybe?
Oh, yeah, we'll make it water. Yeah, that's the one.
I feel like that's the only thing I don't have.
And special summon
Maybe
a
wind.
Plunder. We'll get Blackbeard, the Plunder Patrol Captain. And assuming you haven't left your standby phase yet, we'll activate Blackbeard's effect. So he'll target himself to special summon from my extra deck. We'll summon Moark. Captain gets equipped to it, and I get to draw.
I see what you're doing. Well, I'm gonna use generator boss stage since you added a card.
All right, and I'll chain Moark. Pitch Whitebeard for Jormungandr.
Chain Jormungandr, detach Moark. We both draw and you'll have to attach one to him. And then he's gonna get banished anyway, so it's all gonna go to the grave.
And then
That
Moark
happens.
adds a spell.
And then I'll get to summon a
Finally
card.
get my field spell that you denied me.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep denying you as long as I can, if I have any say in the matter. Gonna be Har. Lopter to attack. Har, attack. 15 with Lopter.
Gotta take it.
Set and pass.
Draw for turn.
Effective
Stand by. Oh,
boss stage.
yes.
Nidhogg, generator boss of ice.
Death to Nidhogg! We're gonna activate Plunder Patrol Shipyard.
I don't know what's
Activate
going on.
Booty.
Okay.
I'm going to target your Nidhogg to change his attribute to Divine. Can I pick Divine?
I guess.
Yeah, I'll make it Divine. Screw it. Why
Yeah.
not? And then we get the special summon one from a.
That'd be funny. Just that's like the one archetype that gets a random divine bit of support just to
Just to have it, you know.
in case you need to summon one. You're playing against the god deck.
Golden hair.
Oh, she's my favorite.
Now we'll activate Plunder Patrol shipping.
I'll use Har's effect.
Now, what's hard do?
I attribute 2 to negate. It's to omni negate.
Oh my gosh.
These two.
Cost is paid. I'll use Called by the Grave on the Har in your grave.
Ooh, what a rude little play of yours. But it'll go through.
Banish the Har. That means Har is negated. And my fusion summon can go through. Plunder Patrol Ship Lease. Redbeard was sent from hand or field to grave, so he can activate his effect to target and equip to my lease. Then I'll use the effect of my shipping. I can banish it, target a Plunder Patrol monster I control, and equip an emblem or their Plunder Patrol monster to it from my deck. We'll give him emblem. It gives my Plunder Patrol monster 500 attack, and then you cannot target it with card effects. Attack! I'll pass.
I'll draw. Activate World Legacy Monstrosity.
Yikes!
I'll special summon a level 9 monster from my hand. Special summon Utgarda, generator boss of delusion. Not really anything super special. Lopter, shadow of the generator bosses.
Activate Booty. We're going to target Lopter to change his attribute to Divine. And then we'll special summon. We'll get Blackbeard.
And I'll pass.
End phase, Blackbeard effect. Targeting himself. Special summon Brawn. Draw a card.
Pass turn, duelist.
Draw!
Activate generator boss stage from my deck.
Alright, we're gonna use Brawn's effect here now. Pitch the Black Eyes. Target to banish. And then add a monster.
Rude, but okay.
We'll get Bluebeard. Let's activate Booty. Targeting Upgarda. We'll turn him Divine. And special summon a Plunder Patrol. We'll get Moark. And we will enter battle. So everybody's gaining 2,000 from Shipyard's effect.
Yeah, so
And
they
then
should be.
these two are getting 500 from Brand's effect. Moark attack Lopter. Brawn attack Utgard.
Activate my World Legacy Monstrosity.
Wow.
I'll target Utgarda and it'll let me summon 2 level 9 monsters with different types and attributes from that. Them, and I'll activate Mardell's effect as well and summon.
Mardell's doing that search.
So she just searches a card. I'll grab Generator Boss Room.
All right, where was I? You summon monsters, which
Yeah, you
means I
can
redeclare.
redeclare.
Brawn attacks Utgard.
Activate its effect by attributing these two. Target a card in the field and banish it. I'm going to target Shipyard.
And I'll use Lisa's effect, pitch a Plunder Patrol to negate your monster effect, and then I get to add a Plunder Patrol card. Does it negate and destroy?
I think that one does, maybe?
I think it
don't
does
remember.
destroy and negate, and if you do destroy it, yes.
Oh, okay, so that'll kill me. All right, well, good game, because you still have 2 attacks, so.
Yay!
Well, play, Duelist. That was our beta format duels. Let's share a few thoughts since we actually were trying something new this time around.
I think beta format is an interesting way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! But I think it really depends on what deck you're running because
some decks, I think, benefit a lot from it. Or not benefit, but some decks are not nerfed much from it.
yeah, some decks can play extremely well under a format like this. I feel like the more like controlling in nature a deck is, probably the better it plays in this format.
Yeah.
But like in decks that don't play well, or even just play okay, you have this weird like phantom limb syndrome.
Yeah, there's just stuff that you just can't comfortably use because it's like, well, you only get one special summon. I mean, they designed it, I think, where you can normal summon something, special summon something, and then make an extra card. So like at its base form, because it's introduced in like 2015 or whatever, you could like normal summon Tour Guide, effective Tour Guide to summon another thing, and then make an Xyz. So pretty much any deck is allowed a basic play.
I think, and especially in like early Xyz format, I think this would be perfectly fine. I think a lot of decks are actually stuck playing this way anyway. Nowadays, with a lot of decks, it can feel a little frustrating.
So many decks have like excess sort of like warm bodies that they just kind of want to put out in the field, and a lot of things exist just to like tribute themselves off and summon something else. Like you're supposed to summon them and then like tribute them and summon a new thing, and like you just can't do that here.
Not happen, Chief.
It helps to have quick effects that can kind of do a special summon in your opponent's turn, just so that way like you can get more from it.
But like decks that rely on like link climbing and stuff, those decks seriously struggle because a lot of times
effectively a link monster just wouldn't need, like link climbing would be useless. Summoning like Black or Bluebeard or whatever, no, Blackbeard would be fine. I imagine a deck like maybe Vanquish
it's
Soul.
fine-ish until you're like, oh man, he really wants to summon their extra deck monster, but I just
gotta
summoned
wait.
him, so I gotta wait on
You
that.
just gotta wait. And you know, like honestly, that's something that Yu-Gi-Oh players need to learn every now and again. Like sometimes you have to wait for things in life. Now I guess if this was a format that people played normally, you would probably start just building decks with the rule set in mind. Our goal for the video was kind of to like take just some decks we like and not adjust them at all and just see how it goes. So like there were some glaringly bad examples where like some stuff just becomes like some cards like Vala and Generator Boss Stage are just like effectively unfunctional.
It's so common in modern Yu-Gi-Oh for a card to tie an effect with a summon. It's like this card summons and
then it's
but then
gonna
it's,
summon something. I
it's
think
like, oh,
White
wait.
Forest kind of ran into a similar issue too. Not
Yeah.
as badly, but pretty much, where it's just like they just have a lot of special summons, but like you just can't do many.
I wanted to recycle my synchros, but that comes with that.
That's
you
a
have to
summon.
do a summon.
That's a summon.
I wanted to use my trap to synchro summon, but first you have to summon. It's like it's a lot.
A little nasty, but anyways, hopefully you guys maybe liked it. Give this format a try with friends. If you enjoyed this, seriously do give it a like. If we get 2,000 likes, 2,000, not 2,
Okay.
2 likes.
Fine.
If we get 2,000 likes, sure, we'll do it again, and maybe we'll just try some different decks. Maybe learn more.
Or maybe we should play other formats.
Or other
Interested
formats
in
could
that?
be fun.
You like that, huh?
Yeah,
You like other
could be
formats?
interesting.
Little alternative formats.
Alternative formats. Anyways, that's gonna be it.
We'll see you guys in the next
one. Pass turn.